Ladies and gentlemen, can I please have your attention?
This is my final maths-related interview.
What sort of villain gets that?
It's Australia's reaction.
It's an
This
exclusive.
is an exclusive. That's hitting the cutting room floor, bro.
Caused a lot of drama and it never got aired.
It just went nuts.
Good morning, madam.
Good morning.
How are ya? How you doing?
All I have to say is, Marge, the rain's here. Because it was pouring last night.
Yeah, but I bet you had a good sleep, though.
No, I had the worst
Serious?
sleep. The worst sleep. The rain was pelting on my window.
Girl, I sleep through anything.
Really?
Anything.
I'm so envious of people that can sleep
Really?
through any. Yeah.
But I'm still a light sleeper as well, too, so that's kind of weird. Anyway, that's besides the point. The point is, you look good today, and you're dressed in money green.
Thank you. I was highly trying to compensate for the lack of sleep last night.
Yeah, I got you, girl.
So I was like, I
you.
gotta dress up and wipe these bags off.
The Gucci, the Louis Vuitton bags. But hey, look, listen, you know what else is going to compensate for the lack of sleep?
The weapon
The
that we've
weapon.
got coming in today
We got Jess Losurdo coming in.
from Love Island and Love Island Games.
Absolutely,
the
man.
weapon herself. She's here.
Come
She's
on.
ready to roll.
Hey, I can't wait to roll too. And we are recording on Gadigal Land as well. So, hey, strap in and let's get ready to go.
Let's go. What is up? We have the weapon herself. She is her. She is confident. She's so iconic. She was main character, I felt anyway, on this season's Love Island. Love
Games?
Games? No, Love Island Games.
You're just remixing everything.
I know.
Allow me, actually. Let me
Okay,
introduce
okay.
my girl, Jess Losurdo. Welcome, darling.
Hey.
How you doing, Jessica?
Yeah, good. How are you guys?
Oh my God, we're
So
doing
good.
good. Listen, I need to remind you. I don't know if you remember, but you were the first guest that we had on Back to Reality.
I was.
The
I
first
was.
guest.
Yeah.
Come on now.
I know. But it's a bit different this time because
Yep.
it's not my ex across from me. It's my mate. So, yeah.
The first time was so awkward, man. You should, man. Honestly,
my
okay,
God.
no. I can't say it was awkward because actually, Elle actually thrives off awkward moments. For some, no matter how awkward anything is, like he'll just own the space. So
He's
it was
good like
actually
that.
very fun, and you're a good sport too.
Yeah.
You were roasting
Yeah.
it, man.
It
Oh
was
my
funny.
goodness.
I was like, I'm going to take every opportunity. He's directly across from me. I'm going to roast him now.
my God.
So funny.
And you know what though? First time was so nice. We had to do it twice. We had to do it on Love Island Games, and I'm still a little bit bitter because I got the invite but didn't like me. You know what I mean? So they had to go for other black dudes that were on there. But the cast looked amazing. Let me start with that.
Yeah.
You know,
Yes.
and it must have felt nice too, like actually walking in knowing that you're going to be with Tina, right?
Well,
Callum.
I actually didn't
Callum,
know.
yeah.
I didn't know Tina was coming, but I knew Callum was coming. So
Ah.
yeah, we kind of found out that we were going to be starting lineups like less than 24 hours before we came in.
Okay.
So when I found out, I messaged him. I'm like, "Are you starting lineup?" He's like, "Yeah, you." I was like, "Fuck yeah!" And he's like, "You reckon we're walking in together?" I was like, "Yeah, probably." And then like we get out of the vans, and all I just see is Callum, and we're like, "No way!" We were screaming, and the producers had to be like, "Shh, there's people in there. Like they can't hear you
Yeah.
first." But like, yeah, it was so exciting.
I
to go in
noticed
with
that
him.
because I don't know if it was just the episode that I watched, but it was like you guys had this grand like opening and introduction. Like it just felt like the house was already like together, and then it was like Australia, Callum and Jess, and then you had this sick introduction. Like
For real.
you were like strutting your shit on the beach. I was like, yes, queen,
my
that's
God.
my girl.
It was good fun.
It was good fun, right? And listen, for those people that actually don't know, right, Love Island Games is like a spin-off of Love Island, but they've like combined basically all of the all-stars from basically across the globe, right? But like, no, actually, I think it was mainly Australia, UK, and the
France.
USA as well. And there was France as well, right?
Yeah, a girl from
And-
Sweden.
And Germany.
And Germany as well.
It's like pimping all over the world.
All of y'all in Fiji.
Yeah.
Everywhere,
come
literally
on, boy.
everywhere. It was so good. It's actually way better than the season of Love Island now.
Damn.
Sorry. It is. It's so much spicier. I love Love Island Australia, don't get me wrong. But this season, I'm not going to lie, I feel like it's messy. I feel like every episode's a recoupling, a dumping, or a bombshell. And I'm like, guys, just let it simmer for a little bit. Let it marinate.
Yeah, for
let the
real.
couples get to know each other a little bit more before
That's
you
what's
start
up.
ripping people out, dumping people, dropping bombs. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? I can't keep up. Too old for this shit now. No,
It
but
was-
seriously,
yeah.
how do you feel watching this season? Like,
even being in there and watching it back, it was savage. Like,
Yeah.
every day something was happening. I was always on my toes. Like, it was nuts. I think, like, with Love Island Australia, it's nice watching everyone fall in love and stuff. That's cute. But Love Island Games, like, if you like drama, if you like, you know, blood, sweat and tears, you're going to love Love Island Games because it was just drama central.
But it was real, and you could see it was like,
Yeah.
like it was like Survivor / Love Island. You know, Al would have been good at that.
Yeah. No, he wouldn't have been good at that.
Not at the
No.
game, but
Thanks,
like,
Taku.
at the challenges.
Nah. He's not even thinking about Love Island right now. He's thinking about love.
Oh, true.
Without the island, okay? So
the
please.
Bible.
And the Bible. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, my man's in a good place. But listen, this was the most craziest bit for me because I think I actually started to get more engaged after that recoupling ceremony when you stood up, girl, and you had to say what you had to say.
I would like to couple up with this boy because he is a nice, genuine soul and he made me believe in myself. He's got a genuine connection in here and it's nice to see someone who's very genuine for the person that they're coupled up with. Also, too, I'd rather be coupled up with a good friend than coupled up with a snake. To find out through a recoupling speech that you were waiting for someone to come in is... You were cuddling me in bed, you were kissing me in bed, and you were telling me that you liked me. I knew that was bull. Your true colours really showed, Johnny. Thank you.
You say something along the lines of, I would rather be coupled up with a friend than a fucking snake.
Followed
And-
by, fuck you, Johnny.
Boy, that went
you.
into the bones, boy.
That was the best scene ever.
Fuck you. That was crazy.
I could see him move and watching it back, my
But-
mouth was so fuck you.
Let's run it back. Okay. Tell me, because like you always been a confident girl. You know what I'm saying? Like, and you just always just said what's on your mind. Because I can't do that sometimes. I gotta go back. You know what I mean? Think about things, rehearse, and then come back with a
Yep.
different, you know, watered down version of it. Have you always been like this, girl?
Yeah, I feel like
Yeah.
I've always been confident. Yeah.
But like, I just haven't ever seen you talk like that before. Though you must have been really hurt, though.
Oh yeah, I think I was. I think going in, I was a bit cautious.
Yeah.
This time because like it didn't really work out for me last year, so I was like, hopefully like there's someone in there, but
Yeah.
don't know.
Yeah.
Because I was kind of in there, but for both, you know, you go in there to play the games,
Absolutely.
whatever,
Yeah.
suss it out, but like. As corny as it sounds, a part of you kind of wants someone that's in there that you're going to click with because it makes your
Right.
experience
So much
enjoyable.
easier.
Why
Yeah,
not?
that's so
right.
true.
That's right,
So-
man.
I just felt for you the moment you walked in. It was just like one thing after another.
Yeah, I think when it got to that point at the recoupling, and like when I had found out that he like faked it with me the whole time to wait for the girl that he actually wanted to walk
come
in, that struck a nerve. I was like, wow, like how can you do that to someone? Like pretending that you
Lonely.
like someone until someone new
Yeah.
comes in, like how dare you? And I was just fuming.
Fuck, man. That one right there,
Seriously.
I can't lie to you, girl. If you ever find out anything crazy about my friends or anything, I'm going to need you to break down the news exactly how you broke it down like that. With the cherry on top of the fuck you. I ain't got no bottom lip after that.
Yeah, I mean, you know, obviously since moving to Sydney, I've been pretty close with you. Like, you are so true to who you are. Like, your introduction, I feel like everyone's little intro with Love Island, they always come out, they're sassy, they're confident, you know, I don't know, just... I don't want to say they like fake it, but then when you see them on the island and they go through their journey, you can see all the cracks. Like they're super insecure. They're nothing like what they said they were. But yours from the get-go, you're like, I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
Like this is me. Like, you know what I mean? Like you were just you.
Yeah, man, you kept it a buck. You kept it
Yeah.
a buck.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, like, and like you kind of did answer that question, you know, like saying, you know, like you've just always been like that, you know, and I just feel like there's just so many people that kind of develop into that person, though. You know what I'm saying? And it might actually take a little while for some people to kind of, you know, accept like the way that you are, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know, like, can you relate with that? Because, like, for example, for me, like, I give up like extroverted energy, but it's like as soon as I get to an area, like, people expect that, but usually it takes me a little while to kind of, you know, ease that, you know, extrovertedness out of me. Are you kind of like that too, where you kind of have to ease in?
No, I think I'm just like,
Straight
honestly,
up.
I just think I'm straight up 100 myself.
is.
I think I just don't really care. Like, that's where it comes down to. Like, I don't care what people think. This is who I am. If you don't like me, I don't care. Like, I have my friends back at home.
Yeah.
I have my family. I've got a close-knit family, close-knit mates. Like,
Yeah.
I don't really care.
Right,
you know?
absolutely.
Do you feel like, I know people like myself who lack confidence. Like, what advice can you give to women and men that do lack that and want to be more like you?
Honestly, I think it's fake it till you make it. Because, like, you know, I say I'm always like this, but there were, like, drawing back to, like, you know, the early stages of high school,
Yeah.
I was very insecure.
Serious.
Very insecure. Like, I used to look in the mirror and hate what I saw. Like, I did not like myself one bit. And then, like, I met one of my best friends who I'm still best friends with now. And she was very confident. And I would look at her and I'd be like, how are you so, like, confident? And she'd be like, fake it till you make it, dude. Like, just keep telling yourself in the mirror, I'm fucking hot. And she used to run around the school being like, I'm so hot. Like, she did not care. So I was like, I'm going to copy her. So then I just started copying her.
Yeah.
I would wake up in the morning, look at myself and be like, I look good today. And then I would start saying it. And as you start speaking things in the universe, you start to believe it.
Yes.
And then
manifestation, baby.
Yeah. And now I'm at the point of no return.
I love that. I got this character now. I got to keep it up every day. Sounds like what something Rihanna would say, but yeah,
love
girl,
that though.
with like your the second time around anyway. Is there anything that you reckon you'd change? You know, like from your Love Island Games journey.
Honestly, no. Like, if you asked me that question about, like, Love Island Australia, I could give you a list of things that I would change. I wish I spoke up more. There were moments in there where I really wanted to speak up, but I didn't because, you know, we were close to the end and I just wanted to keep the peace.
Yeah.
So going on to Love Island Games, I feel like I was 100% more myself. I didn't
felt that.
care if I didn't have a connection, if it meant having to, you know, go along with that person to the very end and knowing that he didn't like me as much as I liked him, if that makes sense. So I honestly don't regret anything. You know, there was even a moment where I got a bit of backlash. I don't care because I was myself.
Yeah.
That's true.
So
That's true.
yeah.
What do you reckon you would have done if you got to the end? Would you have split the money or would you have kept it for yourself?
Depends who I was coupled up with, to be honest with you.
Damn, brother, what the hell?
Yeah.
She really doesn't care what anybody thinks.
I don't care.
100K though, isn't it? Wasn't it 100K?
It's 100K and
I'll be like, it's all mine.
like, hear me out, okay? Like, 100K US. You know how
Yeah,
much that
that's a
is in
lot.
Aussie dollars?
Hey, bro. She said depends on who I'm with, bro.
Yeah, 100%. Like, you get bombshells and they're coming in 5 days before the finale.
Yeah.
I've been in there since day one working my ass off.
Hustling, man.
You think
Yeah.
I'm gonna give you 50K on a silver platter just
Yeah.
because we just won the finale together?
Exactly.
Absolutely not. Like,
So
that
true.
100K, which equals almost like 140,000 in Aussie dollars, which is a house
Insane.
deposit.
Yeah.
I'm taking that and I'm running for the hills. You know what I mean?
100%.
Damn, bro. Yeah,
Yeah.
bro, you're right. That goes with the saying that I heard one time. It goes, there ain't no bunk beds in the casket. You know, you go on that motherfucker on your own. So, okay, let's get our bag and let's go.
Let's go.
I don't know. I just don't have it with me, man. I ain't got it in me.
Really?
I gotta split that bag, bro. Because you know what, though? For me, as soon as I get out, I'm going to be okay, fine then. I felt like a boss saying that. But I'm going to go to bed at night just knowing if I was on the other side, I would have wanted that bag too. You know what I'm saying? I just get that guilt, man. I don't think I'll be able to do it.
True.
Would you split it?
I don't know. I'm in that era now where I'm going to look after myself and my own peace. And I'm going to embody Jess. I'm going to look in the mirror every day and be like, she's her. I am her. I am hot. I am a weapon.
I am the shit.
I am worth 100K.
I am the captain now.
Yeah, they got it now.
So now, this is the crazy thing, right? After you get out of Love Island Games, you just come back from Fiji. Not long afterwards, girl, I saw a photo on the Instagram of you and the boy, and I was like, oh, maybe he's just a friend. Swipe next. I might have seen a little mwah or something. It was a hard launch, bro. Let's talk about this because clearly Selina knows a little bit about it, but I don't.
I
Fill me
personally
in.
had front row seats. I was actually there when Maddie introduced them. So
Yeah.
it was me, Maddie, and Ari.
Yeah.
at the bar.
Uh.
And then Maddie turns around, there were these hot English guys there. She was like, have you met Jess?
Ooh.
And you're like, hey.
So I'm going to drag it all the way back to the start. So,
Yep.
so I was on a night out with Selina, a couple of our girlfriends, and we were just chilling, having a cute girls' night, sipping margaritas.
Yes.
As you do.
This guy walks in, and my head, no joke, did a 560-degree turn.
God damn.
And
Sounds like an
went,
exorcist.
I looked at Maddie and Selina, and I went, who is that?
I remember it.
And it was my boyfriend, but not my boyfriend at the time.
Yeah.
And I was like, who is that? Like, he's so hot. And Maddie's like, oh, I'll talk to him for you. And I was like, no, absolutely not. Like, I'm just going to admire him from a distance. And then we're in the line getting another margarita. And then Maddie's like to him, oh, have you met my friend Jess? And he just started laying it on me. Like, and I was like, oh my God, as if this is happening. Like, this guy's stunning.
Damn.
And then, then we exchanged numbers. And then, like, he was like, yeah, like, let's like hang out in a couple of days. And I'm thinking, no, we're not going to hang out in a couple of days. I've met you on a night out. So we sit down and I go all Love Island and try to kiss him. He pulls back and he goes, and I'm thinking, did I just get rejected? Like, there's no way I just got rejected. And he's like, no. Like, I just want to get to know you first.
Game changer.
And that was a game changer for me. I was like, wow, maybe this guy's like actually nice.
Yes.
Man was playing a script. That was a play. He was running a play.
Good play.
I had never heard of that move before.
I know. And then he kept his word. And then he messaged me like a day later. He's like, hey, like, you want to go out for dinner on Sunday? Let's do Sunday. Like, he was quick. And I was like, oh, okay. Like, anyways, then we started going on dates. But then I was telling Selina, I don't know, something happened and I think I got into my own head. Because, you know, I just came off Love Island Australia. I wasn't in the best place. Like, I'm single now.
Yeah.
Love wasn't working out for me. And, like, I had this beautiful guy right in front of me. But I was like, he's faking it. And Selina was like, no, he's a good boy. Like, I don't think he's faking it. And I'm like, yeah, he's faking it. I reckon he's just like passing time. Like, just making up every excuse to self-sabotage and then just leave. Anyway, like, I ended up we just stopped talking just because I think I was just like self-destructing.
Yep.
And then Love Island Games came around and I was like, okay, I'm going to do this, whatever, single. What's the worst that can happen? And then and then the worst happened and I was like, oh, like, what the heck? And then when I got back, like, Matt reached out to me again. His name's Matt. And then he reached out to me again and he was like, hey, like, where have you been? Like, you haven't been messaging me back. Because while I was on the games, he was messaging me, like, trying to, like, rekindle and, like, fix things. But I was already in Fiji.
He was also still hanging out with your family.
Yeah, so while I was...
Sweet.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah,
like,
I
no
keep
man
missing
does that
them.
unless he sees you as his wife.
Yeah, so, like, while I was, like... So before, like, we stopped talking, he had met my family. So he met my sister, met my mum, and I think that's when I freaked out. And I was like, oh, like, I don't know, like, it's probably not. Like, it was kind of like a too good to be true thing.
Yeah.
And then and then I just, like, stopped. While I was on the games, like, he was like, I literally came back to my phone. I had a message a day from him, like, where have you gone? Like, is everything okay? How come you're not talking to me anymore? I know, you know, we didn't leave things on the best foot, but I want to, like, repair it. Then because I wasn't replying, then he was, like, he started, like, my mum started talking to him. She told him where I was. Then they were talking and he was like, I know. He wasn't happy. He was, like, heartbroken. He was like, oh, my God, she's probably met someone on there. Like,
my goodness.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
And then, and then I got my phone back and had, like, a message from him a day. And I was like, oh, my God, like, he actually likes me.
Right.
And then I told Selina and she's like, dude, he likes you. I've been trying to tell you this the whole time, man. Yeah. And I was like, oh, maybe he does. And then got back, we rekindled, and
That's all she wrote.
yeah. And then, yeah.
Girl, that's such a beautiful story. And you know why I'm saying that is because I definitely do relate with when you had to detach a little bit there, because this is what happened with me and my girl, right? Because, like, me and my girl too, like, we were, like, going serious for about a month. And I was like, yo, man, this shit is kind of scary. And it's very evident that it was a result from the little bit of hurt like that I went through on Love Island as well, because I never really thought that was something that I was still dealing with. You understand? So I actually don't blame you, because after you go through that experience, right, you're just used to people fucking putting on a mask just to tell you that they like you and they fuck with you next minute, and then they waiting for somebody else to walk into the house. You get me? They're pulling a Johnny on your ass. So it's like, I feel like, I definitely can't blame you, but I think at the same time, things needed to happen the way that they did. So as hard as it was that, for him to see you, like go away, and maybe you might have met someone as well, the universe kind of had its own weird, twisted way of making it all work together. And now look at y'all.
It did.
It's
The
crazy,
moment
right?
you walked into Love Island Games, it was just, but it was one fail after another, and it was just, I could see it from the outside because I know the ins and outs.
You gotta say it like that.
No, but it was
I'm
like,
glad-
seriously,
It was.
the first challenge. The host was like, "Oh, is there anyone that you want to or not be coupled up with?" And she's like, "Yeah, obviously Callum, because you guys have history. You're on the same
that's a
show.
boy.
He's like a brother to you now." She picks out the card. She's matched with Cal.
God damn.
Yeah.
And then it was just like one thing after another,
dang.
and I could see that it was just like the universe being like, "You've got a beautiful man
Yeah,
waiting
something's
for
going
you
on
at
at the house.
home."
Yeah.
For real.
And I didn't know that yet.
Yeah.
And I didn't even know that yet. And then got my phone back and he was.
Come
And
on.
I was
Yeah.
just like, there's a reason why everything did not work out for me.
Yeah.
over there.
Exactly, man.
Yeah.
Literally everything.
And I'm so glad because I'm obsessed with him. I have never felt like this about any guy. Like I've been in a
Oh.
couple of relationships before.
Have you been in
but
love before? Love?
Like
Nah, they were just
not like
trials, yeah.
this. Not like this. They were all just
Yeah, just trial
Just
trial
trial
basis.
and error.
This is the subscription.
yeah.
I got you.
Yeah. So I'm I'm literally obsessed with him.
When
Yeah.
we were talking about that with Matt as well, and we were like, the first love is like your first love, and you're like, like a little puppy dog, like it's on this sort of thing, and then it's like the second love is your toxic love,
Yeah.
and then the third love might be your forever love, right?
Well, funny that you say that because this is my third love.
Hey!
Yeah.
Really?
I know. It's like my third one.
Oh
Yeah.
my goodness. So he's from the UK, you said.
Yeah, he's from the UK.
What's he doing over here, girl?
He lives here. He's been here for like 5 years.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
Because I'm just playing big bro right now. Because you know what I'm hearing? I'm hearing green card. I'm hearing
stuffed
citizenship. I'm hearing marriage de facto. You know what I'm saying? Does he want to get his papers together? Because you know what? This is a funny story actually. When I was working at the cafe, right, like my first years, I remember there was a number of ladies that always used to come to the cafe and go, "Oh, so what are you doing in here? Are you sponsored by these guys, or have you gotten your citizenship yet?"
really?
And some of my workers thought that this was racist, but for real though, apparently this happens to a lot of black guys that I hear. They end up getting married just to get the de facto papers together. And then, you know what I'm saying? So I'm just trying to go through all the check marks, girl. Make sure he's here for love, girl.
I've definitely done my homework because I went into this very cautious. Like
Yeah.
She did.
That's
Too
what's up, man.
cautious.
Yeah,
That's
so
dope, man.
cautious. And he
Yeah.
was like, like he's from the UK and stuff, but he's like, I don't want to get it. He's like, I don't want to get it through you. He's like,
Right.
because for, I don't know, various reasons. He's like, I can get it through work like this.
Yeah, that's
He's
what's
like,
up.
I don't really, he was basically like, I don't need you. don't flatter yourself. Yeah, because I think that was one thing I was worried about. And I was telling Selina this. I was like, what if he's actually like doing that? And then like I was like trying to suss him out, and like we were having heaps of conversations, and he's like, nah, dude, like he's like, I don't want to get it through you. I've heard horror stories. He's like, I'm getting it through work. He's like, I've got all these friends are like
Man said the right thing.
sponsored, like
Come on.
then they which ended up leading to like, permanent resident or whatever they call it. I'm not really educated in that, whatever. But I've even offered, I'm like, I can help you if you want. He's like, no.
Aww. Well, I can tell it's the real thing.
Yeah.
But speaking of friends, on Love Island Games, like, did you have any close friends, any support? Because I know there's another iconic scene that I'm obsessed with where you girls are all getting ready in the bathroom and Sally's like, Jess, what's wrong? Are you angry again? And you're like, yeah. For no reason. You're like, yeah. Like, it's okay, buddy.
It's okay, buddy. I love Sally.
That was a dope scene, man.
You know what? Like, I was friends with all the girls, but, I was the only Aussie girl in there for ages up until Tina walked in right before I left.
Yeah.
So, and then you had all the American girls and all the UK girls. Now, the thing is, like, with the dynamic in the house, the Americans all knew each other in the real world.
Yeah.
Because they go to events, sort of like
Yeah.
us, right?
Yeah.
So they're naturally going to
Gravitate
towards each other.
Yeah.
Yeah. Then you got the UK girls, and it was the exact same thing. They all know each other in real life, so they're talking about people that I've got no idea about. And then like was sort of like the girl that was kind of in the corner, and I didn't really have that girl support network. I felt anyway.
Yeah.
So like being in there, I think like, and even watching it back, I broke down so many times.
You did.
Now
It
I
broke
don't,
my heart.
I don't cry in real life. Like it's just not a thing. I
Yeah.
don't cry. Even when I go through breakups, it just doesn't happen. But I broke down in there so many times because I didn't have a girlfriend in there that was
Yeah.
like, just like, it's all right, switch on, you're going to be fine. Like,
Yeah.
I felt like I had to deal with all those emotions on my
I
own.
know.
And like, yeah, like the girls were there for me as much as they could. But
Yeah.
like, you know what I mean?
I
Like
know. I get it now.
to have like a best mate in there like,
Yeah.
would really help.
Definitely.
Absolutely,
So it
man.
would have made a big difference if Tina was in there for a longer time. Hey.
100%. I
Yeah.
honestly, like, I wish she was in there earlier because, like, yeah, like I had Callum, but like Callum's with the boys. You
I
know what
know.
I mean? He's out
Yeah.
there frolicking with the boys. Like,
Yeah.
you need a girl in there
That's true.
Definitely.
to like
That's true.
support you, and I felt like I didn't really have that.
Yeah.
So true.
How did you feel, seeing Mitch come in as well? Or actually, more importantly, how did you feel more for Tina, with her seeing Mitch come in and just bombing her season? Because I can kind of see that she maybe wanted just to have this season just on her own without having
She
Mitch
did.
on her.
So when she came in and she was like scoping the talent, and like she got there late. So for her to build a connection with people in the house who've been in there since day one, like that's going to be incredibly difficult. Everyone's already built a connection.
Yeah.
So she went in there and she was like, I'll try, but it's just not going to happen. I've done Love Island before. I'm not an idiot.
Yeah.
And then she was like, I'll try for the bombshells. And then she looked at bombshell 1, which was Scott from the UK, and she's like, not vibing that one.
Yeah.
And then she looked at bombshell number 2, which is her ex, and she's like, can I just not catch a break? Like, I've done Love Island with him twice, and now I'm with my ex again. And she really thought she was going to be in there by herself. So when she found out Mitch was in there as well, she was fuming. She was like, this is so annoying. Like, I would have loved to have this experience by myself for
that's
once.
right, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then you can't look at the people that are kind of pulling the strings behind it.
I know.
The team, because it's like, like we understand y'all did that in the second season.
Yeah.
Might have kind of worked, but come on now.
Yeah.
Just either one or, you know what I mean? And I love both of them, you know what I'm saying? But it's
Yeah.
like, even like, I was just looking at like the comments, man, and people are like, oh, no, these guys have had their turn. And I'm like, I don't know how to feel about that. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know if production wants them to get back together.
Yeah,
but I think they've
that's what
already
I'm feeling
tried
like.
that card. So
Yeah.
That's
I
what
do
I'm
feel-
feeling
I,
like,
I
man.
feel for Tina for sure.
Me too, man.
Same.
But I also do feel like, Mitch as well is probably feeling the exact same way, because he's probably feeling like, he can't also explore what's happening as well. Like he can't see what the other options are because
You
Tina's right there.
reckon?
Hey, maybe,
I don't think
who
that
knows,
stops
man?
guys.
Look, I'm a guy, and I'm going to tell you the truth. Like, I feel like with Mitch, right? And I'm going to say this right now. I don't really want to make him sound sweet. But, like, even, like, on the second season, I feel like he had his eyes on other people. But because Tina was there, he didn't want to, break her heart like that. You know what I mean? That's too fucking hurtful.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow,
And I know he's a
I didn't know
sweetie
that.
like that because, like, he would, like, kind of put her, he wants to say that he wants to put her first. You know what I mean? And, yeah, I don't know. I just feel like maybe that's how he feels as well. So. I love my girls. You know what I'm saying? I'm always gonna stand for y'all. But I love Mitch too.
Yeah, you got to stick up for the boys as well.
Hey, so you already done it twice. If you
Yeah.
got to call up for a third one, maybe if it's a different show. Wait, that's not Love Island. The Challenge or something like that. That's hot at the moment. Other shows, would you do it?
I actually don't know. I think it depended on what was in front of me, but
Yeah.
like in this point in time, like I'm so TV showed out, dude. Like I feel like I've left that TV show era, and now I'm in my love era with my boyfriend. So
That's what's up. That's what's
like,
up, bro.
I
Come
think
on.
at the moment he's like my first priority. He's
Yeah.
what I'm focusing my energy and time in.
Yeah.
That I just don't know if I'm gonna want to shift that focus and go back on
Yeah.
TV for a bit. Like I've
Because
done
it's almost
it.
like taking a
Fair.
step forward and two back sort of thing, huh?
Yeah.
I feel that.
Yeah. I mean, you could always do something together, like Amazing Race.
Oh.
Yeah,
The block.
I mean, good, but he's so private. He's such a private person.
Yeah.
Like
Serious.
he's, doesn't have social. he doesn't really have a following on socials, like
Yeah.
no TikTok, none of that. Like he's like, you know, your typical everyday guy going to work, coming home. Like he's not. He's so out of that world.
I feel you. I feel you.
That's fair.
And that's a problem too, right? You know, because it's like dating somebody that's not really a part of this. And we talk about this a fair bit too, right? Where it's like, it's a weird line that you kind of have to walk when you're dating somebody that doesn't know too much about this world. You know what I mean? And it's like, even like me when I talk about when it's my days off or my other part-time job at the cafe, it's not really my day off because I have to do, you know, a little bit of content creating and all this stuff. So it's very weird and it's kind of unorthodox to them. Like, do you feel like he sees it like the same way as well?
He kind of gets it. Like sometimes we have a laugh and he's like, oh, you're gonna do a TikTok now, like. But yeah, like we more like it's funny to him. He just thinks it's funny, and then like we'll have a joke. I'll be like, all right, it's time for Instagram content, and then I'll pull up like my big camera, like
With lighting and
Yeah, with the
everything.
lighting and everything.
and he's dying. He's like, oh my god, that's so funny. He's like, but real talk, can I like come behind the camera as well? Like, I want to take my peek too. He's like, yeah, like, you know, we'll have a joke about it, but he's honestly like a really good sport. Like he'll be like, oh, you want an Instagram photo? Okay, well, give me the camera. I'll take a great one of you.
All right, boy.
Yeah, he's good.
Oh,
Yeah,
should
he
we
is a good
train my
sport.
guy to do that?
It takes time.
I have not even trained my girl, man. I'm like, no, it's okay, because like I've heard her like actually complaining about one of our other friends, right? And like she takes like over like, you know, 60 or 70 photos, which is like standard, and then we just have to like, you know, pick
sift
3
through
of
it.
that. That's actually on like the lower scale, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
She's
that's
about
nothing.
150. Yeah, 150. And you know, and she's like, man, I cannot deal when this girl does this. Every single time I've just given her 10 photos minimum. In my head, I'm like, oh yeah. In my head, I'm like, yeah, that's me too when I'm at events. But so, you know, I'm never ever gonna give her the camera, man. I'm just, you know, practicing with the with the tripod at the moment. I'm telling you, that's what's up. So at the moment now, girl, like this is my last question for you because I feel like, you know, we've actually touched on a whole lot. But I wanted to know where you are at the moment, like I guess, you know, moving forward, like, because I feel like reality TV kind of lays a foundation for you to kind of, you know, get a little bit more income, you know what I'm saying, and like kind of work in the, you know, influencing realm. So, because I remember when you got out of the villa in season 2, you went straight back to your job.
Yeah.
After Love Island Games, what is that looking like now? Do you reckon you're going to go more influencing, or are we going to go back to the job?
Well, I kind of still am at my job.
That's great. That's good too.
Yeah,
That's
the
good too.
same time that the same one that when I was speaking to you last time, I'm still there. As much as I love, you know, working online, doing that Instagram stuff, you know, the TikToks and all that, and yes, like, you know, you gain an income from that. I very much enjoy a 9-to-5 life.
Right, that's good.
I enjoy the simple life. I enjoy, you know, I work with all my mates as well. Like you know, you get the coffees, then you know, do a bit of laptop work, you go out for lunch as a group. Like it's great. And like my job doesn't cause me any stress. Like it's very easy, very chill.
So
like,
lucky.
So I'm not like, I don't think I want to give that up. Also I think I'm like moving into like that stage in my life where I want to settle. And you know, one day I want to get married and have kids and do all that stuff. So I want to have like my 9-to-5 job, which will help me with that balance. Because I think people think, oh, Instagram work, it's so easy. All you do is take photos. No, you're actually working all
the time,
day,
around the clock, for real.
Whether that's, you know, you take your photo, you know, you do. You fix it up, then you put it on Instagram, and then you're researching inspiration for the next photo. You know what I mean, or
so
the next brand that you have to work with. So
it's non-stop.
You know, it's non-stop. Whereas like my job now, it's, you know, you log in at 9, you finish at 5, and then you've got the whole afternoon, evening, night to yourself. So
I love that, girl. I love that, you know, because I feel like there's a lot of people, you know, like that do watch the shows and you know, they're like, oh my God, like your life is going to change after that. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, I feel like that's a scam. You know what I mean? It's like, it's actually kind of like a scam, and it's
So
like,
true.
you know, I just hate how like people actually glorify, you know, like this game, because if anything, you come out slightly worse than you were before, like before you got in the show. Because now you got all this smoke of, people that are commenting on how you look on this photo or like the person you're with. You've just opened yourself out to so much scrutiny and criticism. And it's like no one else has got the guts to do that. You know what I'm saying? Like, not many people have got the guts to do that. So I feel like that's great that you say that, because a lot of people need to actually be set straight in saying that, it is just a job. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But we kind of sacrifice who we are, a part of who we are anyway.
Absolutely.
So, man, props to you, girl, for actually saying that, man. That's big.
Yeah,
That's big.
It's true.
Good role model.
Come on, for real.
She is.
Yeah, absolutely, man.
I'm so proud of you.
Because there's just a lot of these models that are just playing roles.
Yeah, and we're like, I know what it's like behind the scenes.
Yeah, man. Absolutely, girl. But look, listen, man, first time was so nice. We had to do it twice. Thank you so much for coming. Really do appreciate you, girl.
We
love
love
the energy.
you.
Come on now. Most definitely. And I don't know what you guys were talking about before this, but it seems like y'all are very close. So we're going to go for coffee after this and talk about the BTS.
This has been the best combination, sensation.
Absolutely. Come on. And look, if you want to make it a third time, bring your man too. We can do that.
Yes.
We can do that. Come on now.
I reckon he'd be like, oh, do I have to? But he'd froth it. He'd like
froth
walk
it.
in, like strutting in. He'd be like, give me the mic. I reckon he'd love it.
Well, we got 5 in here, girl. Well, look, listen, man, guys, thank you so much for listening. And yeah, we'll see you in the next one, eh?
Bye. See you.